There I am. Brandon Walker, more Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country. Hello. Look where I am. I'm not on my couch. I'm not even in Jacksonville yet. I'm right back here in the SEC Country studios here in beautiful Dunwoody, Georgia. I couldn't keep myself away from Terp another day. I just couldn't do it. Terp, I had to come back and work with you again.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
No, it's not.
In studio. When do you go to Jacksonville?
When I get done with this, I'm getting in the car and going.
Wow.
I was going to leave about 8 o'clock this morning, but I started falling behind. I said, well, I'll have to pull over on the side of the road and do the show. So I just decided, I said, hey, I'll just do it in the studio, and then I'll go right after that. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm headed south on I-75.
How long of a drive you got?
About 5.5 hours.
Not bad.
About 5.5 hours, yeah. So I will be eating as soon as I get there. Look forward to eating some seafood in Jacksonville. I know it's hard to get excited over the TaxSlayer Bowl, but State's playing a game in 2 days. That's got to count for something, right? It's got to count for something. Larry Butt says, I'm excited. Why aren't you? We are playing the 2016 Heisman winner. There are a lot of reasons to be excited. There's a lot of reasons not to be excited. Third TaxSlayer Bowl in 8 years. Playing, with a bare bones coaching staff, with a backup quarterback. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to not be excited. But again, there's also reasons to be excited, like playing with the future at quarterback, Keaton Thompson. Seeing other guys, who's going to step up and tell Joe Moorhead they deserve a spot in next year's team. We'll talk about it. That'll be today's show. Hail State from Amory, from Convent, Louisiana, Jake Arrington. Mac McBrayer says, at least we can hear you today. Don't be negative, Mac. Don't be negative. Let's move on to the next play. Park City Vacation, Alan Henry up in Park City, Utah. Apparently Alan Henry has more money than I do. So good to see you, Alan. Have fun, buddy. Sullivan, Alabama. Ringgold, Georgia. Tupelo, Mississippi. Hello, Tim Cockrell. Betty Anderson is here. Ginger Tuck is here. Lynn Rhodes Gilmer is here. Randall Collins is here. James Ed Stevens checking in from West Union, Ohio. Brian Sisk is here. I believe he's in, I don't know, where is Brian Sisk in? I don't remember. I don't remember where Brian is. Madison, Mississippi. Hello, Cliff Axtell. Good to see you. Point City is here, as always. Good to see Tim Doss from Point City.
Seen a lot of new names today.
There are a lot of new names today. Yeah.
Like to see it.
Yeah. Nona Shoemake from Bruce, Mississippi, over in Calhoun County. Webster, that's right. Thank you, Brian Sisk. One of my best friends in the world is from Webster County. He's from Manti. Some teams wish they could go to a bowl game. Hashtag the school up north. Fakisha Hodges, Point City, right there. That's right. Some teams would kill to be in the spot State's in. That is absolutely right. Corey Adams says, I love you, man. Well, Corey, thank you. I appreciate that. Nita Yuma, Mississippi. Kenny, you do this every day. Brookhaven, Mississippi. Hello, Lloyd Wilson. Andre Shigog is here. Corey Adams in South Haven. So we'll say goodbye to the Bulldogs we lost in 2017. And I'm using my sad voice, although it will be a parody. It'll be a parody little moment. Brookhaven, Gulfport, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania via New York City, Christian Rojas. Ray Downey's in Springdale, Arkansas. My kids are watching on YouTube at home. Hey, kids. Hey, John. Hey, Emma. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Cyrus. Hey, wife. Do you think Nick will be ready for kickoff next year? I do, Marcus Eddington. He absolutely will be. He absolutely will be. Hail State from Holly Springs, Mississippi, George McClinton. And the P-Funk All-Stars. Is that who? Oh, no, that's George Clinton. Sorry. Excuse me. What was his? You don't know. You're too young.
Definitely don't know that.
Dallas, Texas. What was George Clinton's band's name? Can you look up George Clinton's band's name?
Yeah.
What's the YouTube channel? It's Mississippi State SEC Country, I believe. Keaton will get invaluable experience from this. We have to look to the future. Mark Childs, that is going to be one of my points on today's show. Once we get started, that will be one of my points. Now, what is it?
I see Parliament
Yeah.
or Funkadelic.
Funkadelic. Yeah.
that it?
Yeah. There you go. Hello from Florida, Sharon Kennard Williams. Everybody saying the Funkadelics now. All right, it's the Funkadelics. All right, calm down. Now, we're going to talk on today's show about the TaxSlayer Bowl, why you can get excited and why you don't have to if you don't want to. We'll talk about the things we lost in 2017. I'll make a couple of predictions for 2018. Today's top five, the top five what the heck moments of 2017. The top five moments that just, what the heck? What's going on here? Mac McBrayer really enjoyed the shots of Jack Crystal for Christmas, so thank you, Mac, for listening to that. Not a lot of people listened to it. I was shocked. I thought it was one of our best shows. Hello, Bryant Brandon in Sharpsburg, Georgia. All right, Terp, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
The More Cowbell Show, brought to you by SEC Country. And now, your host of the More Cowbell Show, Brandon Walker.
That's me, Brandon Walker, the More Cowbell Show here on SEC Country, the Mississippi State podcast, having a good time coming to you 2 days before the TaxSlayer. Excuse me. Gosh.
Whoa there.
Let's
Hot start.
The great start. Let's go ahead and scratch that out. Coming to you 2 days before the TaxSlayer Bowl. I will be leaving here. I will be going from Atlanta, where I am at in the SEC Country Studios. I'll be heading down I-75. Should be about a 5-hour drive for me as I go down to Jacksonville, Florida. And going to have a good time down there. We'll have my family with me. We'll have a very, very good time. So, going to be a nice little vacation and stuff for 2 days to watch Mississippi State play Louisville in the TaxSlayer Bowl. Looking forward to it. I know it's not a lot to be excited about, but it's definitely, hey, it's a bowl game in January or in December, late December, right around New Year's. It's a bowl game in Florida. What are you going to do? Today we're going to talk about the TaxSlayer Bowl. Can you get excited for it? Should you get excited for it? We'll talk about what we lost in 2017 at Mississippi State, and we will talk about my 2018 predictions. We'll get to all that. Today's top five, the top five what the heck moments for Mississippi State in 2017. The top five moments that just made you scratch your head and say, what the heck? We'll have those. Now, questions about the TaxSlayer Bowl. I always want to say the Gator Bowl. It is the TaxSlayer Bowl, but you know it as the Gator Bowl. Whatever you want to call it that. I don't care. Nobody's going to arrest you. So, yeah, it's hard to get excited about your third trip to one bowl location in 8 years, even if it is a pretty good location. Jacksonville, not a bad location. You know, it beats the Belk Bowl. It beats the St. Petersburg Bowl. But the way the season ended with Mullen leaving, with, you know, the unexpected loss to a bad Ole Miss team, with Fitzgerald getting hurt. I mean, so much negative happened in the space of like 3 days that it's hard to get back excited for this team. But you will see Mississippi State play another football game for the 2017 season. And for the most part, I enjoyed watching Mississippi State play in the 2017 season. We get to see Jeffrey Simmons one more time as a sophomore. We get to see Leo Lewis again. We get to see Keaton Thompson with his first start ever. There's plenty here to get excited about, but there's also plenty here keeping fans from getting excited. I've already mentioned all that. So I got 3 questions. About this game. Number 1, what can Mississippi State fans take away from this football game? I think it's pretty simple. There's 3 or 4 things that State fans can go into this game and take away from it. And number 1, it starts with Keaton Thompson. It starts with the quarterback of the future. It starts with the man out of New Orleans, Louisiana, who was thrown into action in the Egg Bowl. He finally started playing well in the 3rd and 4th quarter. A little bit too late then, but now he's had a month of practice. He's had a month to know he's going to be the starter in this game. He's not going to be thrown in. He's not going to watch the starter break his leg on national TV and then have to be thrown into that fire. We're going to get our first real good glimpse of the future at quarterback. Keaton Thompson knows he's the guy for this game. It is his team for this game. It is his moment. There is no doubt who's starting this game at quarterback. Nobody's going to replace him. It's going to be Keaton Thompson all day long. And this will be our first extended look at him in the right circumstances. And I'm excited about that. I think Keaton Thompson has a very, very bright future at Mississippi State. I think Nick Fitzgerald will be very good as a senior. Keaton Thompson will again be his apprentice one more year. And then he'll be ready to take over in 2019. So I think this could be good long-term for the program. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be great on Saturday. I don't know what Keaton Thompson's going to be able to do. I do know that Louisville's defensive coordinator will have no idea how to defend him. You know how I know that? Because I've watched him coordinate a defense before. He has no idea how to defend anything. But I'm excited to see Keaton Thompson. That's probably my number one selling point to State fans about watching this game. That's my number one thing I'm looking for as a State fan. That's what I am hoping to see. A couple of other guys. Kylan Hill is a guy. Maybe I'm being unrealistic because you guys know I'm Point City all the way to the core. But maybe I'm being unrealistic here. I think Kylan Hill is the best candidate to be Joe Moorhead's first offensive star at Mississippi State. Joe Moorhead was running back heavy. He helped make Saquon Barkley a star at Penn State. Now, Saquon's talent did that too. But Saquon Barkley, number 13 running back coming out of his high school class, Kylan Hill, number 14. I mean, they're very similar in talent profile. Joe Moorhead helped Saquon Barkley become what he became, and I feel he's going to do that with a running back at Mississippi State. And if I had to pick that guy, it would be Kylan Hill, the freshman out of Columbus, who has shown flashes of being very, very good this year. He's never gotten extended playing time, and I don't know that he's going to get it in the TaxSlayer Bowl, but I do know that after a month of practice, Joe Moorhead's been able to watch him practice. I just wonder if we're going to see an extended look at Kylan Hill. It's just a question. I don't know the answer to it. But in 2018, I expect Kylan Hill to take a big step forward and be ready to be the star of this program in 2019 and 20. Wide receivers. I'm anxious to see this game because it will be the last game for a very long time that Mississippi State is undermanned at wide receiver. State hasn't been good enough at wide receiver. They haven't. It held the team back at times this year. Nick Fitzgerald was held back. Now, his accuracy wasn't where it needed to be. Fitzgerald has his own issues to work on. But he wasn't helped by a lackluster wide receiver crew. And I think this will be the last game we see a lackluster wide receiver crew. I think starting first game 2018, you've got guys like Stephen Guidry, Malik Heath, Devontae Jason. You've all of a sudden fixed that position. So this will be the last time we have to see this monumental struggle on the outside. It's been frustrating to watch. It's been very frustrating to watch. We get to play against Peter Sirmon's defense, or lack thereof. Peter Sirmon left Mississippi State, and State immediately jumped 100 spots in the total defense rankings. Peter Sirmon got to Louisville. They immediately fell 50 spots in the total defense rankings. I'm thinking those two are linked. Maybe that's just me. But we get to play that defense. And without the coach who's called the offensive plays for 9 years, without the starting quarterback, without all of that coaching on the offensive side, if I had to pick one defensive coordinator to go against in that situation, it's this guy. He's not very good. I know it, and you know it, and they know it. Will the fans show up? That's my second question. Will fans show up? Mississippi State fans or Louisville fans, will a bunch of fans show up? Yeah, probably not. No, they won't. It will not be a well-attended bowl game. And I don't blame the fans. I never blame fans when there's low attendance. I don't blame State fans if they do sit this one out. I mean, it costs a lot of money. Jacksonville is sneaky far away from Mississippi. It's sneaky far. Like, it's in Florida, which is close, but it's sneaky far away. It's a noon game on television. It's at Jacksonville, same location, third time in 8 years. You've lost your coach. You lost your quarterback. State's in Jacksonville playing in the Gator Bowl while a pathetic South Carolina team is playing in the Outback Bowl against Michigan. A South Carolina team State would beat by 30. While an LSU team State did beat by 30 is playing in the Citrus Bowl against Notre Dame, a much bigger bowl, much better spotlight. So, yeah, when that was on the table, when you had those bowls on the table and the season ended the way it ended and the coach left and the quarterback got hurt and you get relegated to the TaxSlayer Bowl, yeah, that takes away some excitement. Fans might not show up as much. No, fans are not going to show up. Fans are not showing up at bowls all across the country. But I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't blame the fans for not showing up. I'm going, but I'm going for free. I'm getting my trip sponsored. I doubt Louisville fans show up either. It's just a problem of bowl attendance across the country. It's not something that's a problem with the State fan base. It's not something that's a problem with the Louisville fan base. It's just, how do you get excited to go to these bowls? Does this game matter? Not really, but it could. If Keaton Thompson has a breakout performance, if he throws 300 yards, run for 100, something like that, yeah, this game matters. And the experience he's going to get is going to matter. The practices he got as the number one guy are going to matter. But the result of the game, does it matter? If Louisville wins by 30, does it mean anything to State? Not really. It shouldn't. The only place it really matters is lazy AP and coaches poll voters in August next year will look back at the bowls and look back at final records and say, well, Mississippi State was 8-5 and they got beat by Louisville in the bowl. They're terrible. They're not getting my vote. And that will create Mississippi State being one of the biggest sleepers in the country next year if that happens. And that will create Mississippi State being unranked despite being a top 10 level team next year. And I truly believe that. State should have been 9-3 this year. It ended the way it ended, but should have been 9-3, was on the way to 9-3. Could have been 10-3 with a win. And has 19 starters coming back, including the quarterback, including Jeffrey Simmons, the best player in the conference, best defensive player in the conference. So, yeah, if State loses, this game's going to matter because they're not going to get it voted very high in the preseason. Now, hopefully we'll be able to get rid of that very quickly if it happens. But we'll see. So 2017 is gone. And with it, we say goodbye to several people and things that affected Mississippi State over the last couple of years. We say goodbye to Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen left us in the last part of 2017. He's gone now. Bye, Dan. Holler at you. Peace. Bye. You know, I believed you when you said you loved your job. I believed you when you said you loved Starkville. Well, maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I'm a clown. Maybe I'm stupid. I certainly agree with all three of those. But it's okay. I forgive you, Dan Mullen. So for the final time in 2017, goodbye. We went out and found a cheaper version of Dan Mullen in about 30 minutes. So, goodbye. Goodbye to Billy Gonzalez, the wide receiver coach who couldn't coach wide receivers. Holler. See ya. The receiver coach who produced the worst group of receivers maybe in school history in 2017. How will we ever get along without him? How will we ever manage without him? A month after Billy Gonzalez left, we signed 3 4-star wide receivers, which is about 2 more than he ever signed during his tenure at State. So bye. Goodbye, 2017. Goodbye, Billy Gonzalez. John Hevesy. Nobody liked John Hevesy, not even the coaches. Players didn't like him. Coaches didn't like him. I assume Mullen likes him because he keeps taking him wherever. His offensive line was good this year. I'll give him that. Of course, if you give me 9 years to make something good, I'll probably be able to do it. Goodbye, Todd Grantham. Okay, actually, there's no joke here. I really wish he wasn't leaving. Todd Grantham, it hurts my soul to even say goodbye to you. Goodbye. I'm going to miss you terribly. Please call. Goodbye, my faith in the NCAA. NCAA, you had one job. You had one stinking job. Burner phones, escorts, academic fraud, loaner cars, rogue boosters, free clothes. It was all right there for you. Gas mask. I'd have to say, yeah, draft night. It was all sitting right in front of you. I've never been a law student or a judge a day in my life, and I could have passed judgment on this. You had one job. You had them dead to rights. Everybody in the SEC knew they'd been cheating forever, and you had them, and you let them off the hook. It was right there. Every bit of it. And you let them off the hook. No. Slap on the wrist. 13 scholarships. That's all. That's all. Just a cute little, give me those scholarships, you mean little thing. Give me those scholarships. And immediately the flipping began again. NCAA, you make me sick. Appreciate the 3-year investigation, though. That did help a lot. That did help a lot. The end result was disappointing, but the journey to get there was fun. It was terrific. 2018, here's a couple of predictions. Just a couple. In 2018, Mississippi State women's basketball will reach the Final Four again, but will not win a national championship. I just don't see Connecticut, UConn not winning it 2 years in a row. I think we had our chance in 2017. Now, is State one of the best 2 or 3 teams in the country? Yes. But boy, it's hard to beat a UConn team more than once. And somebody's going to have to beat them this year, and I just don't see it happening. But if State goes to the Final Four, still a great season. If they don't go to the Final Four, it's probably still going to be a great season. State's one of the best teams in the country. State is now the class of the SEC, and that game with South Carolina coming in a couple of weeks, gigantic. Maybe the biggest women's basketball game to ever happen in Starkville, Mississippi. That might happen in a couple of weeks. South Carolina still ranked ahead of Mississippi State despite having a loss already? I don't know. MSU baseball will be fun as hell. I don't know how good they'll be. I don't know how much hitting they'll have. I know the pitching staff is getting back to where it should be. It's getting back to full strength. So it should be better, even though it was good last year despite all the injuries. Andy Cannizaro is a fun coach to watch. He is a fun coach to follow on Twitter. He's a fun coach to have on our side. We'll have the best stadium in the country. We already did, but it'll be even better. It'll be fun. I don't know if it means regional, super regional, SEC title, but it'll be fun as hell. And for somebody like me who is kind of on the outside of baseball fandom, somebody like Andy Cannizaro in this new stadium, I mean, how could you beat it? You can't beat that. In 2018, Mississippi State football will be 9-3 at a minimum. At a minimum. But the scheduling will make it tough for anything better than that. At Alabama, at LSU, at Ole Miss, and a really ridiculously stupid at Kansas State. I understand scheduling Kansas State because of the Power 5 decree by the SEC. But somehow our old athletic director thought it was fine to make the first game of every single series a road game. You couldn't have got one team to come to us first? You couldn't have got one team to come here first? We gotta start every series on the road? John Cohen, I'm glad he's the athletic director. Today's top 5. The top 5 what the heck moments of 2017. The top 5 what the heck moments of 2017. Moments that just made you scratch your head. Moments that just made you say, what? What? Here are those moments. Number 5. Now, for 9 years we were told Dan Mullen wanted to leave, and Dan Mullen left. But I guess my what the heck factor of Dan Mullen leaving is him going back to Florida, because I really had convinced myself that he didn't want to go to Florida, that he didn't want to work for Scott Strickland. I guess I lied to myself. I was like, what the heck? When it happened, that was a huge, what is going on here? Now, he's gone. I think State's in a better place. Good for him. Good luck. Joe Moorhead, I believe, can be every bit of what Dan Mullen was for State. But still, in the moment, it was a huge, what is going on here? Number 4, Steve Robertson beats Brandon Walker in the poll for the favorite Mississippi sports Twitter follow. What? Listen, Steve wrote a book. All right? Steve covered the NCAA better than anybody. Steve had all the information about the investigation. But I tweet hot fire. We're talking about on Twitter. We're not talking about on the show or on this or on that. We're talking about on Twitter. Following me is a joy. It is the best thing you can do on the internet. And he just tweets every now and then. I'm tweeting all the time. Hot fire. I'm fantastic. But I did beat Brian Haydad, Matt White, and Sixpack. Number 3, Morgan Williams does not win the ESPY for the best play. Morgan Williams does not win the ESPY for best play. What? That was the best play of the year. I forget what even won it. Oh, the Aaron Rodgers play against the Cowboys last year. Great play. Not better than Morgan Williams' play. Are you kidding me? I never watch the ESPYs because you're going to get preached to about stuff you don't want to be preached to about the whole time for 3 hours by a bunch of rich people. I don't watch it. But I kind of tuned in and was checking out Twitter so I could see when Morgan Williams won for best play because I knew it was going to happen, and then it didn't. What? Number 2, Mississippi State at Georgia. What the hell was that? What was that? Now, Georgia's in the playoff, and Georgia's a very good team. It was at Athens. You can make excuses for it, but I really think State was a top 15 team this year. And we beat LSU to sleep. And then we go to Athens, and I just never remember State fans being as confident on the road. We were all on the road together. We were all confident. We felt good. And it's not losing to Georgia, but just immediately getting destroyed from the outset, not getting off the bus. First play of the game, a touchdown for Georgia. First play of the game, loses 6 for State, and it never got better. That was one of those big games that like left you scratching your head. Like, how did we come out this poorly in this big of a game? Number 1, what the heck moment for 2017. Let's turn to the Facebook Live. Does anybody know what might be number 1, what the heck moment for 2017? Anybody? Any ideas? Nope, they're all asleep on Facebook Live. Everybody taking a nap. Everybody's just chilling. So, good to have these 170 people who are just watching just to watch. Thank you for being here. Number 1, what the heck moment of 2017? The NCAA going light on Ole Miss. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry. I know I've already talked about it on this show. What? I've never just stared at my computer thinking, how am I reading this wrong? Have I become illiterate through the night? What happened? I don't. Did somebody give the NCAA a bunch of loaner cars? I don't understand how the NCAA went light on Ole Miss. And yeah, the Egg Bowl was a huge what the heck moment too. It was a huge what the heck moment too. But the NCAA going light was even more of a surprise to me. I'm not going to talk about the Egg Bowl because I really don't care to talk about the 2017 Egg Bowl ever again. But I don't have a problem talking about the NCAA dropping the ball and embarrassing themselves at the altar of Hotty Toddy, whatever crap that is. Whatever. I got to get on the road. I got to go to Jacksonville. I have to get on the road to go to Jacksonville. So if you're going, hit me up at bwalker_SEC. If you're not, still hit me up at bwalker_SEC. We'll talk on Twitter. Whatever. We can be friends. We can be buddies. Till next time on the podcast. I'll be right back to Facebook Live. We'll talk for about 5-10 minutes. I'll be back on the podcast tomorrow. I'll be coming to you live from Jacksonville. I'll be Skyping into Terp. Until next time, my name is Brandon Walker. You've been listening to more Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country. All right. Let's see what we got here. Well, everybody's doing the what the heck moments. Alabama winning against Todd with only big plays. Losing to Alabama is not really a big what the heck. Wasn't really that big of a what the heck. Somebody says Land Shark is asleep. No, she's awake. She's awake. Of course, she doesn't do much, so it's hard to tell. It's definitely hard to tell. Eat at Clark's Fish Camp, Brandon Walker. You'll thank me in Jacksonville. It's a hole in the wall. Almost feels like you're in a neighborhood. Clark's Fish Camp. Terp. Google Clark's Fish Camp, Jacksonville. Tell me what. Clark's Fish Camp, Jacksonville. See what it says. Let's see what this. Because I do want to eat seafood. That's one of my big goals on this trip. Eat something good. eat good in the neighborhood, so I'm going to Applebee's. No, nothing.
All right, I got it.
All right, what does it look good?
That's 4.2 stars.
That's good.
It's pretty good.
That's good.
Seafood looks to be near a body of water. Yeah.
Terp. It's in Jacksonville, Florida,
Yeah.
which is right beside the Atlantic
When
Ocean.
I say that, I mean like on, like there's water.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Yeah. It's like on like a, I don't know what it's like. I'd eat there.
Are you going to McCool's tomorrow night? Is that where the alumni pep rally is? Is that where that is? If it is, then I might go down there. Nick Stevens says, Merry Christmas. All around, this year's been successful for MSU athletics. I would think so. I think it has been successful. I think overall, 2017 was a good year. Should I go to the taco truck today? Well, Justin Burford, I don't know what taco truck or where you are, but the answer is yes. Absolutely, you should go to the taco truck. Why would you even ask that question? You need to be asking me that question from line at the taco truck. Should I go to the taco truck? What am I? I'm 6'5", 270 pounds. I'm going to say no. No, don't go to the taco truck. Go to the salad truck. What? Cameron Gatlin will be there. His mom won tickets to the game. You can't go to Florida and not eat seafood, says Corey Adams. I'm going to do that. Hail State from Huntsville. Hello, Reeves Fancher. See you at gate 2. You do realize you have become my favorite. Well, I would think so. I would think so. I mean, if you watch me and watch the others, I don't know how you could come to any other conclusion. Actually, my wife told me not to wink at the camera anymore. I'm not allowed to wink at the camera anymore. Sorry. That's the last time I'll ever do it. I almost winked again. Why do the buttons on a drive-through ATM have Braille? Because if someone drove a blind person to the ATM, they could get out and do the Braille. That's the answer.
This is very random, but Braille like fascinates me.
Really?
When someone read, I just like if I've obviously like felt them in like the elevator and stuff. They all feel the same. It's crazy that feeling a little bump.
Well, yeah, but your senses are heightened.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know. It's wild to me that they can read.
Ken and Renee Williams wants to buy me lunch tomorrow. Well, sounds good. Sounds good. Everybody can buy me. I'll have as many lunches as you guys want to buy. Are you taking twerp with you? No, I'm not taking twerp with me.
I have more important things to do here.
Like what?
Coverage from the UGA team.
Oh,
yeah.
Rose Bowl, Pasadena. Hope Oklahoma wins. All right. Why can't you wink at the camera? I like that, says Bonnie Williamson Gable. Well, there you go. That's so I can't wink at the camera. There you go. Hail State from Olive Branch. Hello, Richard Lansdale. I got to get on the road. This is going to be miserable. There's a lot of traffic on 75 today.
Are you going by yourself?
No. I'm taking my family.
Where are they?
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
No. Why is Gray dressing out but not practicing? Probably just wants to dress out one more time. It's his last time. Probably just wants to dress out. Hail State from Germantown, Tennessee. Hello, Zachary Stavropoulos. I think I might have nailed that one.
That sounds good to me.
Hail State from Naples, Florida, way down there on the left side of the Florida coast, the Gulf Coast side.
Nice place.
Did you rent a car or borrow one? See, this is somebody who's tuned into what I'm doing. I'm getting there. How about that? I'm getting there. All right. Good place to finish. Good place to finish. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We will again be here. We're an hour later again tomorrow, Terp, right? 12:45 tomorrow.
I haven't looked at the schedule, but I'll be here. So yeah, whenever you're ready.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Is water wet?
I believe it is, yes.
I don't think so.
Hey, he said I said his name right.
Good job.
Zachary Stavropoulos.
Proud of you.
Look at me. All right, that's a good place to finish. I am Brandon Walker. We'll be back 12:45 tomorrow. I'll be somewhere in Jacksonville. I don't know where. I'll have to find somewhere with good wireless so we don't have yesterday's problem creep up on us again. Until next time, You've been watching More Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country.